Hey everybody, this is Peter 24/7, and today I want to talk about Kingdom Wars and the changes that Pocket Gems is going to implement this event.
Pocket Gems has been delaying Kingdom Wars in the circulation as they were planning for a large-scale change to the event. Not long ago, they posted in the forums the changes that they plan to implement in this week's event and I wanted to go over what will be changing and how the event will be played. So I'm going to read through this as we watch the forum together. So they're introducing an update to Kingdom Wars. We heard a lot of great feedback from the community and decided to try to implement changes to make Kingdom Wars more exciting. So without further ado, let's get into it. So at the beginning of the event, all hexes, which are now called regions, except for the capital, remain neutral and contain 30 unknown PvE bases. Bases range in power so that every player can participate. So this is one thing that has not changed. Each base has an HP value associated with it. All bases have the same HP within each league. Minor and majors, so the monuments, will have more HP than regular regions. Every attack against a base will deal damage to that base, which is determined by the base's level. As always, inners and megas will deal extra damage. Teams can attack bases in regions that are next to any region of which they have majority control. Once a base's HP is totally depleted, the team that destroyed it gains control. Each team has a different HP or progression bar, which stops teams from swooping in and vulturing the kill by making a final attack after another team has done 90% of the work. After a base is conquered, the base will be protected by a 15-minute immunity period. So this is one thing that has changed, the 15 minutes that will be added on to a territory once you take it. So as when you take a section, you will have 15 minutes where no one can hit that territory. They've also added a bunch of base layouts at different levels, which will allow teams to develop interesting strategies in taking down these unique base layouts. So that leads us to believe that they're not the easy Black Blood bases that we are used to. They are more probably similar to the Temple Raid bases. They are also introducing Defender Dragons. So I'm just going to read this first, and I'll explain it. After a team has claimed a base, each player can assign a Defender Dragon to that base, limited to 1 per base per player. So each player can put 1 dragon on a base. Dragons that were assigned cannot be used for an attack or anything else within the event. Moreover, each dragon can only be used to defend 1 base in total up until it is returned, or the territory is lost, in other words. The dragon is returned after the base is lost. Note, the dragon defenders will still be available for normal and Atlas attacks. The base's HP will be raised based on the power of the defender's dragon. When we say power, it's its tier and the level. Each player can assign a dragon to each base in a region, up to 30, and only the base's HP will increase with this, not the power. So each player has the ability to assign 30 dragons. and each player can place one dragon on one region. No more than that. And what it says here, if you have a territory that you claim, you could have all 50 players on your team place one dragon on one base to boost the power exponentially. So as you can see from the picture they have here, they say that the alicorn is a sorcerer which gives 75 HP, and then because it's in level 1, it also boosts it by 2 HP, which leads us to believe that each level is worth 2 HP. So if you have a level 100 dragon, one of the event dragons that go up to level 100, you'd put that on, and it would be 200 HP for the level, 75 HP for the type of dragon. That would boost the health to that. Multiply by 50 and it would tell you the HP. Base HP Decay. So beware, dragons that are assigned to defend bases eventually start to get restless and desire blood. This means that a base's HP decays over time at a constant rate, which, with that being said, a base will never decay below 1 HP, meaning that a team cannot lose control over a base due to time alone. The decay rate can be reduced by controlling the surrounding regions. If your team controls all 6 regions around a base, it will not decay at all. Each surrounding region controlled by your team will reduce the decay by 1/6. Neutral bases never decay. If a base's HP decays below the progress of another team, that team will take over the base. So if a team has done let's say 9,000 damage on the base, and the HP is decaying and it goes below how much damage they've done, they will automatically take over that base, as you will no longer have the HP boost on that region. So your main goal needs to be to try to get a monument, try to completely surround the monument, and have that extra HP put onto the monument, so that people, even if they get through, ideally it will take them more than 15 minutes to get your monument. So you want enough health that it will not. You want enough health on the monuments, and you want to surround the monuments so they don't lose health over time. With regards to the base boosts, I know that a lot of people went for the discount lines with this, and that will be affecting the bases. As I said earlier, these are not PvP. We're not flying each other's bases. We are flying pocket gems generated bases, and everyone who got the base boost line, those bonuses will be contributing to the size of the bases that you control. So for every player on your team, that has the base boost, people who have finished half of it will add 1% to the power of the base, and for every player that has completely finished the line will contribute 2% to the strength of your base. So if you have 20 members that have completed the base, base boost branch in the season, your all bases that you control will have an additional 40% attack power and an additional 40% health. So ideally, everybody on your team has the base boost completed by now. So that would give you 100% on the power of your bases. Victory points, that has not changed. So depending on how much territory and how many monuments you own, the victory points will generate over time. So the major changes that have changed with this, as listed above, is that we will no longer be flying each other's bases. We will be flying generic bases. We will also have a 15-minute immunity period after every time we take over a piece of land. And also, we will be able to add dragons to our land to boost the HP that it takes, that has to be killed before people can conquer lands. So strategy is going to change with this. We did have a talk with this in the leadership of our team regarding strategy. I'm not going to touch into that, as this is I'm posting this video before the event happens. So I will leave that for each person to talk to their leadership about how they want to play through it. But I do think that teams need to put a lot of thought into what they are going to be doing and how they're going to be progressing this event. So all this information is on the forums. I do encourage you to go to the forums and look it up and read through it. And if you have any questions, post in the comments. I'd be happy to talk through it and go through it with everybody. This is new for everybody, so it'll be play as you go, play it by ear. So let's post questions, let's answer each other's questions, and let's get through this together.
Thanks for watching, and I hope this helps. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe.